Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden. Since last time I made the party replacement I said I would, which is Kai for Peshmerga, but I also added Milich to the mix. I made a mistake last time in putting the flowing rune on Liukan, and so I'm forced to make do with the water rune for this area. It's a little less powerful, but it should do the trick. If I had the flowing rune, I would have put it on Milich instead, but I can't do anything about it. I cannot get Liukan back into my party at the moment until I finish this area. So, that's where we are in life. I also spent a little bit of time fighting enemies outside the Dragon Fortress just to get a couple levels. I got Milich caught up to level 50, and everybody else is pretty close to leveling up, so that was about it. The only reason I did that was just to get Milich leveled up. There is an enemy out there called the Mirage, and the Mirages will drop speed rings, which can be really useful. They're sort of like the wing boots here. They give a speed bonus, and they have, a decent defense. So if you want to have that for somebody like Clive or somebody who's really fast that you put the spark rune on, that would be the ideal thing to do. But we're going to try to make our way through Seek Valley this time. So let's do it. Seek Valley is a weird place. I always think of this place always reminds me of Chrono Trigger for some reason. So here's a Master Robe. That is something we want to put on. I want to say Mamba here, but we can't. Let's give it to Kai, since he's always with us anyway. And he's in dire need of an armor upgrade. So here's a new enemy, Ivy. They're basically just the same as the earlier ones that look like this. I forget what they were called, but they're not hard. United attacks will take them out. This is why we wanted Kai back. And they give not very much experience. Mamba level to 51, that's pretty good. Otherwise, whatever. So, now we're gonna just continue on. The first thing we want to do is go east here at this fork. Once we kill these things. Okay. Okay, they're dead. Good stuff. Flicks 51. Alright, I got a question mark ornament. That's cool. We'll deal with that later. But if we go east here, we'll end up at this house here. And it's actually a blacksmith's house. You might not believe it, but yeah, there is a blacksmith here. And this is Mace. And he is basically a hermit. But he tells us if you bring his disciples, Moss, Mies, Moose, and Mose here, he will join us. So we have to do that, but we can't do that yet. And the reason we can't do that is just because this area is too hard for those characters at the moment. We'll do that after we finish it, but we definitely want to recruit that guy a little bit later. Next, we want to go to the upper left. I'm going to just let these guys go. They're not really worth fighting. There are enemies here that are really tough, but those are not them. Okay, so now we got the sound setting too. I think we're only missing one of those. And I think we do have all the Windows settings. So soon I will be giving all those to their proper owners. Okay, let's fight this guy. This is a Wyvern. They're much like Sunshine Kings and similar enemies. They have a lot of health. And they do a lot of damage if we let them survive. But the Unite attack will kill the Ivies and do a lot of damage to it, and my other members should be able to kill it before it does anything. So, there you go. And they don't even give that much experience, so not a terribly interesting enemy. Oh, there's a treasure chest there. Oops. And that was a little sneak peek of the boss we're about to fight. Mega Medicine, Joy. Who doesn't have a Mega Medicine? Well, Flick doesn't, so there's that. She doesn't have Mega Medicine either, but whatever, we don't really need it. Flick says, what the hell? And we fight this thing. This is the Crystal Core enemy. It is not very difficult. Nothing compared to Necklord, and Necklord wasn't very difficult. First thing we want to do, use Fog of Deception with Milich. Just have everybody attack. Another thing I did was I gave Milia the Fire Rune, which is pretty useless on her, but whatever, I did it just because I had it. I had to take one off Milich. So, you attack with it, and as you attack, the crystals around it will dissipate. And then once it dissipates, we can do more cool stuff to it. It's best just to attack physically until the crystals are gone. I'm surprised that... yeah, okay. Okay, so Flick has taken a decent amount of damage. Let's throw Mega Medicine at him and have everybody else continue to attack. As you can see, this guy has just been using physical attacks until... I believe he continues to do that until all of the crystals are dead. Yeah. So once this crystal core dies, we will have a little bit more of an issue with it, with the enemy. Okay. Solid. Now, it's just this core itself, and this is the real fight. So we wanted to save all our really powerful stuff for this. Use our Raging Blow from Flick. We'll have Millich just stand by. We don't need to use him, but... yeah, I mean, we don't have any magic users here. I could have brought somebody like Luke along, but I didn't. So... everything else, basically the same. Just continue to attack and make sure you have your healer keep up with it. Not a very challenging boss. Here we go. Boom. Powerful magic attack. This is about 240 damage to Humphrey. He's sort of our weakest guy in terms of magic, and we have to have him in this area. We'll just drop a Rain of Kindness with Millich, and that should heal everything up beautifully. Yep. Full health on everybody, I think. Maybe Humphrey not quite so much, but pretty close. And we have 3 more turns of the Rains of Kindness, which should be plenty. I don't believe that it'll survive 3 turns. It's conceivable, but I don't think it will. Okay, we won. Not a hard fight. Just make sure you have a healer. I think that the key to the late game boss fights is just to make sure you have one person who's got one of those runes and is able to heal everybody at once, because at this point Mega Medicine and so forth doesn't really cut it. Okay, I don't know why the boss was in front of the save point, but it was, and we got a very, very valuable Cyclone Crystal. So one thing I haven't talked about is the difference between the magics. Basically, Earth magic is defensive magic. The Water Rune is obviously healing magic. Fire Rune and Lightning Rune are both entirely offensive magic. But the Wind Crystals are generally the best, and the reason is because they have both healing and offensive spells, so they're quite versatile. I tend to like to give those to so now we have 2 Cyclone Runes, which is also unique. We don't have 2 of any other kind of major rune, so that's pretty big. And I like to use those Wind Runes in late game because I find them to be the most reliable. So, like, for the last area or 2, I will almost always have 2 people with the Wind Runes and, like, 1 person with the Water Rune or something, because the Wind Rune does have very good healing magic as well as offensive magic, so they can just constantly be casting rather than just, like, Millich here. I mean, that's why I like using Millich, is because he doesn't need to always be casting, but what can I say? For most magic users, they have no other alternative but to cast. Millich, as you can see, does plenty of good damage. Okay. We're almost ready. I think we're almost done with this place. Yeah, we are. Indeed. Believe that this is the final screen of the dungeon. And this is all happening automatically. This be the Moonlight Weed. It's pretty prominently placed there. Okay. Where are you, Windy? Who's that? Well, it's obviously Windy. We saw her portrait and everything. Okay. What are you gonna do about it, Windy? Whoever you are. So I guess he doesn't really know her. No, I'm not, actually. I'm very motivated by it at this point in the game. No, I won't do that. What? Oh, God. What are you talking about? No. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, Ted. You're not Ted. The heck is going on here? I thought Ted was dead, or at least, I guess we didn't see him die, so he's probably not really dead. What is going on? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Wendy has a rune called the Conquer Rune, and that's the reason she's been able to control people like Kwanda and Milich and now Ted. So she's able to basically manipulate people. Oh, great. Take over your soul? This sounds terrible. How are you gonna do that? No. Yeah, I'm gonna fight Ted. Sure. How do you know this stuff? How does she know that Dremio's dead? I guess she was kind of the one that killed him. Oh. Plundered countless souls. Man, this rune that we got is bad. Yeah. Great. No. I don't... No! Like, why can't we stop this? I don't want to take Ted's soul. Why can't we take Wendy's soul? That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that instead. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. Nope. Take her out. Save Ted. Oh my gosh. Everybody's dying in this game. Wow. Not only is he dead, he's just gone. Disappeared. Hey, guess what? I just watched my best friend die. Now I have to just calmly get out of here. Awesome. Joy. Well, I'm bummed out. I don't know about you guys, but now Ted's dead too. Hey, but we got our level 4 rune, okay? That's all that matters. Let's use this move, Judgment. It's a single target move. It's basically a boss killer is what it is. And it's pretty neat. Take out this guy. Boom. Solid 1500 damage. Pretty strong, right? Yeah, but at what cost? At what cost? So, we've got one of the ingredients that we needed. Liu Kang mentioned 3. He only told us what 2 were, so we don't know where the second or the third ingredients are. Unfortunately, but... Oh, and yeah, last time, we are not able to use an escape talisman here. This dungeon isn't very long, but... Oh, hey, check it out. Queen Ant. Now this is a regular enemy here. I was hoping I could show you this. Now we can just defeat it ourselves. Before, it was impossible, but now, it's not hard. See? Solid 800 damage was all that was required. I guess one of them managed to find their way into the bandits' cave from Seek Valley, and gave us a lot of problems. Basically, the entire game started there. Now, we're on our way back to the Dragon's Fortress, and so we have one of the ingredients. Now, it's time to see what we can do about getting the second one. Okay. We're back. That's good. Let's go talk to Joshua. Or Leokan, I guess. Yes, I have. What's up? Need the Black Dragon Orchid. I'm ready to go anywhere in the world for it. But there's a problem. Futch went alone to Gregminster Palace to get it. Why Gregminster Palace? The only place where one can obtain the Black Dragon Orchid is the floating garden at Gregminster. I shouldn't have mentioned it in front of him. Uh-oh. Alright, we get to see the dragonfly again, this time at night. Alright. Futch is on a dastardly quest. I don't know how dangerous it would be, considering that the Dragon Knights are not exactly evil. I mean, they're not against the Empire, right? Here's Futch. And now we are in control of Futch. But can he obtain the Black Dragon Orchid in order to save the dragons? Or is his quest doomed to fail? Find out next time on Let's Play Suikoden.